Hi there. Real quick, I've had a lot of requests from the posting of this card in our Facebook group on how I actually did these flowers. There was a full-on class in the May bundle of classes, which you can still get. Remember, you get the whole series of all the classes that I taught, that I'm teaching in the month, with a $50 order on my Stampin' Up site. But anyway, I want to give you a quick peek at how we did this. And these are done with the Bunch of Blossoms stamp set and punch, coordinating punch. Yeah, you can do them separately, but it's just way cooler to do this. So the first thing you want to do when you get your stamps is to take a peek, and you will see that there's actually three different stamps that will make this one punch, this one petal here of your flower. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get these on some blocks. And we're going to use one color and stamp off to get the look. I'm using Peekaboo Peach. And I'm going to ink her up. And a good way to look is to make sure that you get ink, get ink all over everything. And I'm going to stamp down. And then this is actually the stamp that I want over here. Notice the difference, it's much lighter the second time I stamp it. Okay, same ink, and this is the next layer of my stamp. This is going to give me the shading. And I line those up. You can peek down through the clear stamp and see where you're going. Commit. And now you can see how I've gotten the layers of my petal. Now this is the last one. I'm going to just show you this over here so that you can see. This is the top layer, and that gives it the detail. So I can do that. I don't have to, but I can. I can also mix and match some of the other varieties. So let's bring this in and do that layer, and then bring this in and do that layer. See how that looks? And I can bring in my markers, add a little bit of shading. Remember, Stampin' Up markers come in the same colors as our inks. Now here's another way, and you can think, well, you know, I wish I had done this first. Okay, stamp off, and then come back over and stamp on. And you can see that you got a different looking petal, right? All right, now we've also got, before I go to the punch, we also have little petals. This is the smaller size on the punch. And that's what's going to give you the variety on some of these flowers. Let me just get both of these. This has 3. Actually, nope, that's a leaf, sorry. This has 2. The big one has 3. And I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I'm going to do the stamping off. So I ink her up and stamp. And then I'm going to stamp over here, and that's the one I actually want. See, it's much, much lighter. And then I'm going to get this layer, and this is going to be solid, not stamping off. And you can see what we've gotten for looks. Now, this is where the punch comes in. And you're going to look at the bottom of your punch, and I'm going to slide this in, and I'm going to line it up. Now see, it doesn't go in quite far enough, so I've got to do a little modification here. The easiest way to do it is to just trim down. I want to have enough to hold on to, but I need to shorten the top. All right, now try. Slide her in. Now, if you don't have any paper to hold on to, you can use your fingers in here and line it up. It's a little trickier, but you can do it. You can also take your scissor and help that get in there. Get over there. And you line it up where you want it. Notice it's much easier to punch after you have stamped rather than before. Get it where you want it and squeeze. Now notice I get a lot of extra stuff, but there is the petal of my flower. I need 3 of those. So I'm going to use the ones I've got here. See how much easier it is if I can move this around down here? So I just need to trim off the top. If I have some to hold on to, it's a lot easier. Make sure you can see this. And I'm going to line it up. And when I get it where I want it, I squeeze it just enough to hold it. And then I'm going to use 2 hands. And I need one more. I can use the little one. Let's see what that one does to add to my flower collection. Remember, flowers in the wild are all different sizes. And again, I just need to line this up in my my punch, get it where I want it. Need to do a little trimming over here. Pop you in. Can you see where it is? Line it up. And punch. And we're good. And then we're ready to assemble our flowers. Take your petals. And I'm going to put it on a scrap because I don't want to mess up my card, but I'm going to take 1, 2, and this is going to go here. On the inside, the stamp set is your stem. I'm gonna put that down before I put my flowers down. And I use the wild wasabi. I will post the links for what I used today. Remember, lots of things are discontinuing and retiring at the end of this month. So if you fall in love with something that's not going to be here forever, you need to grab it now. And I'll tell you that when I post the links. So there's that. I'm going to grab my favorite dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? Guess I need some new ones. Dimensionals literally are probably my favorite simple tool. $4 for a pack of dimensionals, and I use them constantly. I use them on everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is attach the base using my snail. And then this one is going to be flat on this side. The more dimension you can give it, the better you are. So it's flat on that side, but it's going to use a dimensional on this side. Think about how flowers grow. You know, they're not all the same. And then this guy is going to go right here. It's going to be flat at the bottom. You can use a glue dot. And then it's going to be dimensional at the top. But that makes it look more realistic if you give it a little bit of that. Make sure the bottom stays down. A glue dot will work if the snail doesn't hold it. And then throw yourself some Wink of Stella to just give some highlight. And you don't want to color the whole thing. You want to color it on one side the way the sun would hit. Give it that kind of sun-kissed look. And you are good. In this, we also have leaves, which we haven't done yet. There's our leaves. They're tough to see on the white on white. And this little piece, this is another one of the punches. I can use my green wasabi and cut this like so, and that's going to go right there, and that's the base of the flower. Now, since I'm going to show you how you can do this if you don't have, it does have a stamp, it does have stamps that go with it, so I can just stamp it down, which is easy enough. Let me just grab you. You can also color, that's what I was going to say, you can also color it with your markers if you have the Stampin' Up! Markers. And we are good to go. Alrighty. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.